Bye. Welcome to Cryptocurrency Blockchain News, a daily cryptocurrency blockchain aggregated news show on YouTube. It's going to be drinking. It's going to be smoking. It's going to be swearing. You have been warned. So look, here I come. In 3, 2, now's your chance to escape. 1, bang! Welcome, everybody. Black, white, gay, straight, Christian, Muslim, Jew. Welcome. My name is Shomari Clarke. Welcome to Cryptocurrency Blockchain News. You are now about to witness. Look! The greatest show on earth. The greatest show. In the multiverse. Bang! Greatest daggone show, the daggone multiverse. Bang! We have a great show for you today. Bang! Welcome, everybody. All right. Sorry about the little minor, and I hope this isn't doing this again. We had a couple of video issues last show, right? The first 5 minutes were a little fucked up, so. But I can't tell from here, right? Because on my screen, I'm moving properly. But when I uploaded it, I was like, oh, fuck, that was lame. But it was only the first 5 minutes, so hopefully that's not happening this time. But, there's nothing I can do about it. We got to plug on. So have a great show for you today. Bye. Yes. All right, so let's check it out. First story, VeChain and Vyvo are going to do a cross-chain integration for some purpose, and we're going to find out what that is. ARK invest in 21, and then story number 2, ARK invest in 21Shares are applying for an Ethereum futures contract ETF. So, it's not the spot market stuff we truly desire, but yeah, just get it out there. Just get it out there. Get the name Ethereum out there. Let these things get in. Just let the blockchain get into people's minds. And then the G20 is set to crystallize crypto rules, and that is ultimate to have a global crypto regulatory standard, regulatory clarity worldwide. I mean, that's the ultimate. I mean, that would be the ultimate, right? Right now, we only have clarity in Europe and China. The British are doing some things, and the Americans are piddling around, dilly-dallying, dithering. But, if they just came out with global crypto regs, all right, well, everyone just do this. That'd be the ultimate. All right, and then that's what we're going to do, and then we're going to do the shout-outs and daily summaries per usual. So it's good to be with you, good to be back. We're trying to get, so I told you last show, we're going to monetize it. We're going to professionalize this place to reach more people. So to help reach more people, please press the thumbs up right down there. Press that right now. Right now, press it. Press it. And that helps with the algorithm. I mean, obviously, I haven't monetized this video, but even the thumbs up just helps it. And it'll help YouTube algorithm to kind of offer me monetization quicker. I mean, obviously, I need more viewer time. But anyway, let's just do what we do, and we'll get there when we get there. Let's just do how we do. And so how we do is we do a little bit of bang, and then we head on over here and we do a bit of bang, and then we do a little bit of refresh. That's how we do. So seriously, guys, press the thumbs up and watch the video to the end. And you know what? Oh, shit, my lighter. Fuck. Hold on 1 second, guys. I can't do this without a cigarette. I'll be right back. This is embarrassing. 1 second. All right. I want to be comfortable. I want to be nice and comfortable while I serve my chicken. Well, not my chicken, but the chicken. All right, so let me make sure everything is working. Are we here? Make sure the video is working. Wait. There I am. Bang. All right, there I am. Bang. Okay. All right. Fuck. All right, guys, so where were we here? Yeah, because, we're trying to get monetized and try to do it properly. So this is still a long-form show. I haven't started that little one story, one show thing yet. Obviously, because I'm about to do 3 stories. I really like it this way, though. But like I said, 15, 20-minute shows, they're a little better, more digestible. Okay, but let's just do what we do, man. I don't want to talk about that right now this time. All right. Oh, all right. So price of Bitcoin. $26,243. When I left you last time, we were at $25,802. So we have gone up. We have gone up. What's this? $441. Okay, we're rich. All right. Look, all right. So, and you know, I do the macro news here, but there's nothing to talk about. Nothing since a couple days ago since I did a show. So we'll just skip it. Same thing. Ukrainian wheat is getting out. Just nothing's going on. Nothing's going on. The only problem we have right now is inflation. Inflation. The Europeans, the British, us, we've got to get our inflation way down. Canada's kicking ass at it. The Australians, they're doing all right. So that's what it is. Amongst the G20, G7 nations, we just got to get inflation down. Or else there's always the threat of the central bank raising rates. You know, whichever country, the ECB, European Central Bank, the BOE, the Bank of England, the BOJ, Bank of Japan, here in the Fed Reserve, right? So until inflation is down to 2% in each particular jurisdiction, in each particular country, you're always going to have the risk of that central bank raising interest rates. And that's what's holding back. Well, that's not what's holding back our market, I mean. But it's a problem. All right, so let's just move on. But we've talked about that before and enough. And so you guys know about it. The magic number is 2%. So, all right, top 10 of the day, brothers and sisters. You know who they are. The usual band of miscreants, the usual suspects. Top 10, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, BNB, USD Coin, XRP, Cardano, Dogecoin, Solana, and Tron holding on the number 10. Let's see what the market moves of the day are. Nice turnaround, man. The past 48 hours have been a bunch of whiplash, haven't it? Hasn't it? Right? We were down to, 25.2 on the Bitcoin, and now we're at 26.2. All right. So anyways, though, market moves of the day. Looks like just single digits up. 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 Single digits up to single digits up. All right, let's see who lost money today. If you see anything on here, like, go get it. Look, because it's on sale. Let's see who we're working with. Bang! Top 10 losers. Top 10 losers of the day. Astar, Flare, Clayton, XDC Network, Bitcoin SV, Pax Dollar, Gate Token, Pax Gold, True USD, and DAI, or whatever you want to call it. All right, let's see who made money today. Bang! Top 10 gainers. Oh, Hedera, of course. That Hedera story I read you the other day. What was that? Right, because they're going to be used for the Fed Now real-time transactions. Look, Hedera hodlers. Hedera hodlers, that story I read the other day, but you still deserve a bang today for that. Fed Now with the Fed. That's government contract, baby. Look. It doesn't get sweeter than that. All right. I'm a little jealous. All right. I should have bought some of that shit back in the day. All right. It's only 5 cents. Look. All right. Top 10 gainers. Thorchain, Compound, IOTA. Nice, IOTA. Oh, IOTA with the almost 7-piece chicken today. Nice. Toncoin, Solana, Curve DAO token, Decentralized. Decentral Land, Woo Network, and Nexo. Let's see what the total market cap is. Yeah, wow. Same as last time, actually. So total market cap is 1.04 trillion. And when I left you last time, it was 1.04 trillion. So same thing. Unchanged. 24-hour volume. Yes. Still lame as fuck. All right, 24-hour volume is $28.73 billion. When I left you last time, We were at $20.38 billion. We've gone up $8.35. Billion dollars. $8? No, $billion. $billion, sweetie. Settle down, sweetie. Settle down. All right. Let's get to the stories. Look. Buying VeChain and Vyvo Smart Chain unite for cross blockchain integration to conquer $1 billion market. All right. Let me get a sip. We'll proceed. So, VeChain doing it again. So, this isn't really an onboarding. I would call this more, it's a partnership, right? So, this is a partnership. And so, this partnership will do something to generate revenue, right? For both chains, for both companies. All right. So, let's see what it's about. Let's read the bylines here. VeChain collaborates with VeVo Smart Chain in a groundbreaking cross-blockchain integration. The partnership aims to foster a community that benefits from health data monetization and data privacy, targeting $1 billion market. All right, interesting. Let's check it out. All right. Wait 1 second. All right. An announcement that caught the attention of industry insiders, resembling developments often reported by Yahoo Finance, VeChain and Vyvo Smart Chain have revealed a strategic partnership for cross-blockchain integration. This merger unites two powerhouses in their respective sectors and is poised to capture a considerable share of a burgeoning $1 billion health and wellness market. Vyvo Smart Chain, a purpose-driven ecosystem. So Vyvo Smart Chain is a newcomer in the blockchain universe, but has a highly focused mission. All right, so they're one, which is a nice way of saying they're a one-trick pony. They're highly focused. You mean they only do one thing? You gotta be able to decipher corporate speak. Trust me. It's like whenever someone says, yo, man, I'm going to go see this band. They only play over here. Yeah, because they're not getting booked anywhere else. They're only exclusive at this nightclub. Right, because they're not getting booked anywhere else. Because they suck. Right? It's exclusive. No, they just suck. Anyway, so this is the same kind of vibe. I'm not saying these guys suck. I'm just saying when they say shit like that, they're highly focused. They have a highly focused mission. Okay. So you're a one-trick pony. Okay, so the VSC, you got to watch that corporate speak, folks. Got to watch corporate speak. Watch the words they say, and then, well, what do they really mean? Or what does that really translate into? Trust me, when you're doing this long enough, you catch all the bullshit. So the VSC platform serves as a health-fi ecosystem built on Vyvo Smart Chain and supported by the VSC Foundation. It advocates for the monetization of health data while providing stringent data privacy measures. Above all, VSC emphasizes that individuals should have complete ownership of their own health data and its value. Okay? A match made in blockchain heaven. The partnership between VeChain and VSC doesn't merely bring together two blockchain entities. It converges two schools of thought, dedicated to enhancing individual lives and collective experiences. All right, that's a bunch of corporate speak. So they say, Vyvo says, we're thrilled about our strategic integration with VeChain. Their unparalleled reputation and industry-leading standards for honing individual actions for collective accomplishments open a world of possibilities for Vyvo Smart Chain. Together, we will foster a thriving community of users who can choose which blockchain works best for them, said a representative of Vyvo Smart Chain. The collaboration, oh man, I got nose hairs. This collaboration brings VeChain's reputation for industry-leading standards and secure, scalable blockchain solutions into VSC's into VSC's innovative, health-focused ecosystem, targeting $1 billion opportunity. So let's hear this opportunity. I'm interested too. By fusing VeChain's robust capabilities with VSC's specialized one-trick pony focused on health and wellness, the joint, and I'm not dissing, but I'm just saying, right? You understand. The joint endeavor aims to tap into a $1 billion market. Their unified approach promotes and rewards positive lifestyle habits. Users are incentivized through health data monetization, empowered by the freedom to choose their blockchain that suits their individual needs, thus creating a fertile ground for innovation and user engagement. All right, maybe it'll tell us a little more right here. Data privacy and monetization, a dual focus. Key to the partnership is a shared vision for data privacy and monetization. As data becomes an increasingly valuable asset, the VeChain and VSC alliance ensures that data not only remains secure, but also provides monetary benefits for users who wish to capitalize on their own health information. How so, though? How? How are people going to monetize their health information? The shared ethos of VeChain and Vyvo Smart Chain, along with their complementary strengths, set the stage for a collaboration with immense potential bound only by the limits of imagination and technology. Well, all you've done is given me imaginations. Oh, and it's over. Okay, well, bang. All right, so VeChain holders. I'm not really sure what to say about this because they haven't really said, well, okay, what you're going to do. Well, we're going to have people monetize their data. Well, how and for what and to sell it to who? Right? I mean, it's not really saying much. It's kind of very vague. But as you all know on this channel, VeChain don't fuck around. So this is probably going to be something. But just I wish they would say, like, give us examples of, okay, well, what do you mean? We're going to let the people monetize their data. Okay, well, how? Like what? Sell it to who? Like, what the fuck? All right, but it's an onboarding. Sorry, it's not an onboarding. It's a partnership. And as you know, again, like I said, VeChain don't fuck around. So there must be something back there in the works. I mean, it's also another thing. They've partnered together, but maybe they just don't want to tell what they're going to do because you don't want your competitors to know exactly what you're up to, right? And so well, you don't want them to know at all until you bang them with it, right? Until you bang them with it. And so they're giving us a little taste. Hey, we're partnering, but we're not going to bang you yet. You're going to have to wait and see. All right, so VeChain hodlers, bang. And I guess this Vyvo hodlers, if there's any here, I've never even heard of this thing, but bang. All right, let's move on. ARK Invest, 21Shares, join queue to offer an Ethereum futures ETF. So I know it's a futures contract ETF, so, you know, it doesn't really help our money in the sense of a direct, sort of like a spot ETF does, obviously. A spot ETF is direct. You know, you got to buy the chicken to put it in the ETF, whereas this is a futures contract where you're not actually buying the coin. You got this futures thing, and it's going up and down based on the price of the underlying asset, right? That's what a futures contract is. And so, but it's great because that still brings Mastas in, because Mastas, you know, hedge fund guys, they have a futures trading desk, right? And so, well, sorry. I made a mistake here. I'm sorry. This is a futures ETF, so this is a little different. But anyways, it just gets the word out there. It gives legitimacy to the whole space, the crypto space, and you know, just any investment vehicle, the better, right? Any investment vehicle, I don't care what it is. We need them all. All right, so the co-filing comes just a week after reports emerged that the Securities and Exchange Commission is likely to greenlight an Ethereum ETF applications. Well, we'll see about that. Let's check it out. So, investment firm ARK Investment and 21Shares has teamed up to apply for 2 Ethereum futures exchange-traded funds that, after reports emerged last week that the United States securities regulator could soon begin approving applications. Could. Well, does it say will soon? No, could soon. Well, they could anytime. Fuck. So the 2 proposed Ethereum futures, ETFs, are ARK 21Shares Active Ethereum Futures, ETF ARKs, and the ARK 21Shares Active Bitcoin Ethereum Strategy ETF, ARKI. according to an August 24 filing to the Securities and Exchange Commission. So the filing states that ARKZ would invest in at least 25% of its total assets in cash-settled Ethereum futures contracts. Oh, so these are cash-settled futures. Okay, so they're cash-settled futures. You know, there's cash-settled futures, or what's called physically settled futures. And then there's, There's cash-settled futures and physically settled futures. So in a futures contract, you buy it. It lasts for whatever, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, usually, or whatever the futures contract date is. And then you get, when it's over, you get the asset. So this one is cash. So a cash-settled Ethereum futures contract means if you buy a futures contract of Ethereum on, I don't know, April 1st, and then on June 1st it expires, well, they give you the cash it made. Or if it lost money, you got to pay up, right? Whereas a physically settled futures contract is, when the contract ends, yeah, they give you the Ethereum, right? I told you the story about that guy here in America. This guy was an idiot. He did a futures contract for cattle, cattle, wheat, corn, oranges, pork bellies, all that. Those are all bought through futures contracts, right? Usually agricultural and farming stuff, right? That's why they were built. That's what futures contracts are built for. I'm not going to get into the history of futures contracts here, but some guy, this American guy, he bought a physically settled cattle beef futures contract for cattle, for cows. And so the contract expired. Yeah, one day at his door, there was a knock on his door. Yeah, where do you want your cows, buddy? Where do you want them delivered, right? Because it was a physically settled cash sorry, not cash. It was a physically, I'm excited. Hold on. Let me calm down. Let me have a sip here and just calm down so I can talk properly to you guys. I don't want to confuse you with my gibberish. I don't want to be gibberishing and not, so you're not getting it. Right? There's two kinds of futures contracts. So I'm gonna give you an example. Right? So a gold futures contract. You can either have it cash settled, you just get the cash for it of your fiat, whatever country you live in, the euros, the dollars, whatever. Or you can have a physically settled gold futures contract where they will deliver bricks of gold to your home. Right? So physically settled means you actually get the physical thing that the futures contract represents. So this idiot, he got a physically settled. He probably pressed the wrong button. Obviously he did. Instead of the cash settled, he chose physically. And so literally people knocked on his door and were like, "Hello, sir. Are you Mr. Johnson?" He's like, "Yes, I'm Mr. Johnson. Is there a problem?" "Oh, no, there's no problem. We brought your cattle for you. Where would you like us to put it?" And he lived in like some city somewhere. I don't remember what city it was. And, this is it. These are your cows, buddy. You bought them through a futures contract. I don't remember how he resolved it or what he did, but, just like, holy fuck, I got all these cows. What the hell? But he probably wanted the money for the cows, for the cattle. He didn't want the actual cattle. And that's why you have different futures contracts, right? Like, a gold futures contract, I make the profit if I get a cash settled gold futures contract. If I buy a cash settled gold futures contract, well, when the contract expires, yeah, they just give me the cash. How much did the gold go up? All right, I get it, right? I get the cash value of it. And if you buy a physically settled, in other words, I'm settling this transaction with you, either with cash or the physical good. So if I buy a physically settled gold contract, yeah, well, a motherfucker will knock on your door and be like, "Hello, Mr. Johnson." You're like, "Hi, Mr. Johnson." "Yeah. Here's your bricks of gold, sir." Yeah, that's how futures contracts work, right? So, like companies like McDonald's or Burger King or whatever restaurant chain, think of some restaurant, but let's just use McDonald's. Well, McDonald's grows their own beef, but whatever. But So that's maybe not a good example. But like say they buy lettuce for lettuce. You know, McDonald's puts lettuce on their hamburgers, right? So when McDonald's buys lettuce futures, they lock it in at a low price. Yeah, and then they get, 50 tons of lettuce. And then they distribute the lettuce to all the McDonald's in your country, right? Or McDonald's buys let's use beef, like that idiot. They'll buy a futures contract physically settled for, I don't know how much McDonald's. It must be a lot, 50,000 head of cattle. And then they have them delivered to their slaughterhouse where they slaughter them and then make hamburger out of them and then send the hamburger to their different things, right? They do take physical settlement, right? And so this guy, he bought... That's the funniest trade I ever heard. He was an idiot. He pressed the wrong button and he bought physically settled cattle futures. So they brought the cows to his house. Yeah, and they're yours. That's yours, buddy. This legally, these are yours now, right? So where do you want us to put them, right? I'm going to find out one day. You know what? I'm going to do an investigation and find out what he did with them, and I'm going to tell you guys what happened with that. I never did hear what happened, how he... I don't know. How would you do that? Because, the truck driver, he's just there to, he's just there to drop off your cows. And so I'd like to know how he solved that problem. All right, but let's just get back to... But that's how futures contracts work. You have cash settled or physically settled. So these are going to be cash settled. Whoops. Shit. Sorry, guys. These are going to be... Fuck this. These are going to be... Bang! Cash settled Ethereum futures contracts. So you're not going to get Ethereum when they expire. You're going to get the money's worth, such as those traded on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, the CME. All right. So that thing is so funny. I really do want to know, now that I remembered it, I want to find out what the fucking guy did with those. Right? Because they're his. And so, the truck driver is like, my job is just to deliver them to you, buddy. Have at it, I want to know what he did with those cows. Anyways, ARK, on the other hand, will consist of Bitcoin and Ethereum futures contracts. Empowered Funds has been assigned... Hold on, let me get a sip. Fuck, I gotta calm down a little bit. I don't know why I'm so excited right now. Probably because I haven't smoked any weed yet lately. Well, today yet. Actually, I got a clipping of a little joint from yesterday. I'm gonna finish that off while I'm uploading this thing. It'll calm me down. All right, so ARK Invest and 21Shares first partnered to launch a spot BTF. Spot, see, my brain's not working right. I'm excited. A spot Bitcoin ETF. And those are the ones we really want. We want spot market ETFs. Really? Why, Shomari? And the reason is this. Is because when an ETF master, he has to buy the Bitcoin in his ETF. In other words, he has to take them off the market, thus creating scarcity, right? A market is supply and demand. Well, when he takes them off, it lessens the supply. And that's why we want all these asset managers and fund masters in here, because as they buy it, off the market, off the market, off the market, off the market. But the demand goes up, so bang, prices rock. You get the dynamics? Okay, so ARK Invest in 21Shares first partnered to launch a spot Bitcoin ETF in 2021. Yeah, but as we all know, because we watched it, the SEC knocked back its first two attempts in March 2022 and January. Its most recent Bitcoin spot ETF application was filed in April this year, about 2 months before $10 trillion firm BlackRock, bang, bang, yes, put in its own application. Oh, yeah. However, the SEC recently labeled many of the Bitcoin spot ETF applications as inadequate. Now, I'm not going to get into it too much, but let me just say that's a bunch of bullshit. If you're going to allow futures ETFs, well, why won't you allow spot ETFs? Well, there could be market manipulation. Well, if the price of the underlying asset is manipulated, it also manipulates the futures contract. So that's a bullshit excuse. All right, I'm not going to, I can go 20 minutes on that, on just that topic alone, and I have. But not tonight. I'm not going to kill you with that tonight. However, the SEC recently labeled many of Bitcoin's spot ETF applications as inadequate, which prompted ARK 21Shares and other applicants to add in a surveillance sharing agreement to their applications. In other words, hey man, we'll let you, to make sure there's no manipulation. So the investment firms are also awaiting the outcomes of ARK 21Shares active BTH futures ETF, ARKA, and ARK 21Shares active on-chain Bitcoin strategy ETF, ARK-C. All right, so there you go, guys. So we got a couple Ethereum, not physically settled, cash settled. One was cash settled. So the ARK-Z is cash settled. What's the ARK-E one? Let's look at ARK-E. ARK-E, on the other hand, will consist of both Bitcoin and Ethereum futures contract. But is it cash settled or physically settled? Doesn't say. Anyway, I think they're both just cash settled futures contract ETF. So, anyways, that's gravy, baby. You know what I mean? We want every investment vehicle available to come out here. And so the Mastas, the hedge fund guys, the family offices, the fund Mastas, asset managers, fund managers can all come get it. So anything is good. Did it say what country they're filing this in? I'm assuming America. United States Security Regulator. All right, so it says right here, bang, so they're applying here in the U.S. Okay. All right, so there we go, guys. Ethereum futures contract ETF, bang. Let's move on. Bang, and this is the chicken. This is the chicken of the day. G20 set to crystallize global. Oh, man, I got to bang this motherfucker. Crystallize global crypto rules. What? Look. Settle down. Bang. 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 Global crypto rules. Global. Now, Shomari, man, they can't do it globally. Sure they can. Have you ever heard of a little thing called FATF? FATF, the Financial Action Task Force. Yeah, that's a global regulatory regime, motherfucker. That's what global regulation looks like. Lee, I got to sip. My words aren't coming out right. Fuck, I'm too excited. Every country in the world has to be FATF compliant. FATF, Financial Action Task Force compliant, as of June last year, okay? Yeah, the whole world. Yeah, Russia is FATF compliant. So I'm going to talk about some miscreants. Venezuela is FATF compliant. Iran, yes, Iran. I know, it's called Iran. Iran is FATF compliant. The whole world. If you're not FATF compliant, beep. Your banking system, your trading system, all that's cut off. Everybody's FATF compliant, motherfucker. Right? The whole world. That's the regime. It's a global, and so why I bring it up is that it's a global regime. America is FATF compliant. The European Union is FATF compliant. Canada, Australia, Britain. Everybody. Everybody except North Korea and I think Liberia. There's some country in Africa that's not FATF compliant. Those are the only two in the world that aren't FATF compliant because well, you just have to be. That's the shit. That's the chicken. That's the regime every country lives under, right? Even America. Like, we can't just say, yeah, fuck that. We're going to do our own thing. Nope. Even America, you got to be FATF compliant, Uncle Sam, or your bitch ass is going to be out in the cold too. But I'm Uncle Sam. We don't give a fuck who you are. That's the power of FATF. They don't give a fuck who you are. You give a fuck about your aircraft carriers and your fucking $21 trillion economy. If you're not FATF compliant, Uncle Sam, your bitch ass is cut off. Yeah, so we got compliant real quick. the China, the Europeans too. We all did. Oh shit. But obviously they agreed to do it. You know what I mean? So it's not like they forced. It's not like someone forced America. I mean, let's get real about it. They all came together collaboratively and decided that we all want. I have a fly in my house. So I'm not just grabbing at air. There was a fly flying by. I'm not just a crazy person. That we agreed that we need a global regulatory standard. And FATF, what FATF does is it's anti-terrorist financing, anti-money laundering, and something else. I can't remember what the other part is. What was the other part again? I don't remember, and there's another part. So it's kind of three things that every country has to comply with and get within a certain range. So FATF compliance. So in other words, what I'm just trying to tell you is that worldwide regulations have been done before, right? Have been done. Well, I mean, if you want to look at, say, war. In war, you have what's called the Geneva Conventions. When a country goes to war, they have to wage war within a certain Geneva Conventions. Hey, it's kind of weird, right? There's rules for war. Yeah, there's rules for war. It's called the Geneva Conventions. When I was in the Army here in America, you know, I used to be a soldier here in America. Well, not on the front lines or anything. I was a smart guy in the back. But that's what they taught us, right? They literally sat down and we had to sit for seminars about Geneva Conventions. You're not allowed to do this. You're not allowed to kill civilians. You're not allowed to rape women. You're not allowed to, booby trap people's homes. You're not, there's all this stuff you're not allowed to do in war, right? Those are called the Geneva Conventions. So what I'm trying to show you is just that there's global conventions for things around the world. And so, now getting into crypto, our stuff, they want to have a global, let me bang it again, look, bang, global crypto rules, just like the Geneva Conventions, just like FATF. There you go, brothers. All right, let me get a sip, and we're going to read on about this. I haven't read this yet. And you see that it's a few organizations. Let's read the byline here. G20 nations supported by the FSB and the IMF under India's presidency are set to bring into implementation perhaps the first global crypto regulations ahead of the Leaders Summit in September. So, bang, 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 global crypto regulations, which is perfect because, and the reason I say it's perfect is because, well, a lot of countries are just a bunch of dumb fucks. Right? You got a bunch of dumb fucks running the place. And they're never going to get around. I'm not saying never going to get around, but, their regs just might be all fucked up and stupid. So if you come with a global standard, all right, well, that's it. You either plug in or you don't. Right? Either you come in or you're left behind. Right? Like FATF. Right? Like I just told you that FATF thing, Financial Action Task Force. Yeah, if you're not in the Financial Action Task Force, and you get graded, the Financial Action Task Force grades your country on how compliant you are. And if you're not compliant enough, you're out. All right, like I said, there's one country in Africa. There's one country, in North Korea. Yeah, even Myanmar. Myanmar, where there was that coup and they're killing all those people and everything. Yeah, even those guys are FATF compliant. Right? They're like, yeah, we're going to wage war and we're going to wage a coup and we're going to kill a lot of civilians. But I'm going to tell you what, we're going to be FATF compliant as well. Yeah, that's how serious it is. Right? That's how serious it is. Syria, guys, Syria right now is they've been in a civil war for the past 12 years. Yeah, Syria is FATF compliant. They might be killing their own civilians, but daggone right, they're FATF compliant, aren't they? Right? Fucked up, right? How governments are. Yeah, they're fucking F compliant. Russia right now invaded the nice, innocent people of Ukraine, slaughtering, killing them, raping the women. Yeah, but they're FATF compliant. They're FATF fucking compliant. We've sanctioned them. We've cut them off of SWIFT and everything. Yeah, but they're still FATF compliant. Yeah, I want you to get that. Right? Global rules for stuff. For some big, like I said, like the Geneva Conventions for war. Right? Like if Russia right now, Russia invaded Ukraine. If Russia blows off a nuke in Ukraine, like just kills, like say they just bomb Kyiv with a nuke, just kill fucking, I don't know how many people are in Kyiv, but I'm assuming, say like 1 million or 2. Yo, they're going to open up a world of shitstorm for them. And not only that, they will have violated the Geneva Conventions. Well, they've already violated them. Let's get real. They've already committed war crimes, but that will be the biggest one. And trust me, America, we will fuck them up if they even fuck around like that. Like, that will open up the door for us to really fuck them up. You know what I mean? Because they violated the rules. All right, so you guys get that there are global standards for things, right? All right, so let's move on. I think I've made my point. So behind closed doors, global economic leaders called for global coordination on crypto. Look, bang, look, settle down. Bang, bang, bang. Global coordination on crypto regs, right? Because that's what's easy too. When you make global regulations, all right, well, everyone knows what they have to do. Now you got to just do this. All right, just do that. Fuck stick and you're in. Right? You don't do it, well, you're out. Right? Like FATF is the best example because it's a financial thing. You do it, you're in. You don't, you're out. Bottom line. Right? Even, like I said, even Iran, even Russia, even China, Saudis, everybody, they're all FATF compliant. Or you're out of the game, right? You're out of the big global financial game. So rather than have nations attempt to ban the industry, so the meeting held under the Chatham House rules take place as India wraps up its presidency of the group of 20 nations. And the big G20 meetings happened last week. And that's all I'll say about that. So, leading economic officials pushed for greater global coordination of crypto regulations during a recent roundtable discussion held during a G20 meeting. IMF manager, International Monetary Fund managing director, Kristalina Georgieva, opposed the idea of an outright ban, likening crypto to water. You try to plug it from one side, it'll find some hole and come out. All right, sweetie. So at the same meeting, key U.S. Treasury official Jay Shambaugh, said drafting global crypto rules wouldn't normalize the sector's disasters. Wouldn't normalize the sector's disasters. Much like how mandating seatbelts didn't normalize car crashes. The roundtable, which was hosted by India as the current G20 president, was conducted under Chatham House rules and thus closed to the media. Hold on, man. An individual present for the discussion shared details with CoinDesk, saying the metaphors shared were public knowledge and a robust discussion about global crypto rules. Look! Global crypto rules could benefit from learning about these viewpoints. Both Shambaugh and Georgieva's office did not immediately respond to the CoinDesk request for comment. The comments contributed to a sentiment that stalled one part of India's plans, putting forward its own presidency note on crypto. We don't want to hear about India in crypto. Do you know that India, 19 of their shipping ports use Ethereum? Yeah, they use it, but they won't legalize crypto. Indians are fucked up. Well, I don't mean Indians are fucked up. I love my Indian brothers and sisters. Yes. I love my Indian brothers and sisters. But I'm just saying India, they always whenever some new tech or some big thing comes, they always fuck around. When the internet first came out, okay, back then it was called the Information Superhighway. When I was a kid, India took 5 years to adopt the internet. You know, they were like, "Oh, what? You know, what's going to happen? What's going to like?" I don't know what that's about, man. Like, why do they always fuck up any new tech in the world? India doesn't adopt it for a while. It's kind of like, I guess, now this is just me thinking. I don't know if this is true or not, but I think they kind of wait just to see what happens to other people, then they adopt it, right? That's just my own thought. That's not, there's no data or any proof of what I just said. I'm just saying, though, but like, why do they always fuck up like that, right? New cell phone networks, they wait, right? Like I said, the internet, that's the big one. They waited 5 years, right? The internet kind of came out in 1991-ish, 2-ish. Yeah, and it wasn't until like 1997 they got in, right? 1997, 98, when they finally, all right, we're going to have websites, we're going to have HTTP, we're going to have World Wide Web. They're weird like that. Anyways, though, so the comments contributed to a sentiment that stalled one part of India's plans, putting forward an own policy. Okay, we read that. So the note was intended to reflect a roadmap for crypto regulations and show an appreciation of India's role in shaping it. Two people familiar with the matter told CoinDesk. Local reports confirmed India's intent, but other G20 members pushed back, asking for changes. They said that given India is currently the G20 president, it represents the collective voice of the G20, and thus anything it puts out should be after consultation with members. So what India tried to do there with the G20 was put out their own framework. But the G20 is, well, it's a country of, it's an organization of 20 members. And so what they did here was they were like, even though you're the president of and so you know how the G20, and I'll explain to you how the G20 works. The G20 has a rotating presidency, right? So there's 20 nations in it. And so 1 year it's India, 1 year it's America, 1 year it's England, 1 year it's the Germans, 1 year it's whoever, whatever, right? Like that. They rotate the presidency, right? And so these guys are saying that India came out with some shit and the other members were like, yo, settle down, homeboy. Settle down. We have to all agree on this, right? When the G20, after every G20 meeting or G7 meeting or any kind of big meeting like that, you have what's called the official communique, right? The official communique. In other words, this is what we have agreed on at this meeting. So whenever you see a big meeting, G20, G7, fucking some sort of United Nations shit or whatever, watch what the communique says. Because that's what they've all agreed on, is their communique. Okay? Remember that. COMMINIQUE. Communique. And so I guess India wanted to come out with their own communique about crypto, and everyone was like, oh, settle down, homeboy. We didn't agree to that. And so, okay, where were we here? Oh, we were down here. So, where were we? Sorry, guys. See what I'm saying? I gotta calm down. I'm jumping too far ahead without getting the chicken out. So remember that. That's what you always want to hear out of any meeting or even any summit between two world leaders. Xi Jinping and Biden come together. Okay, this is the official communique. In other words, this is the result of that meeting. All right, the communique is the result of that meeting. All right, so where were we? Blah, blah, blah. The comments contributed to a sentiment that stalled one part of India's plans. Blah, blah, blah. All right. Oh, yeah, here we go. So, but other G20 members pushed back, asking for changes, right? You can't just say what the communique is, motherfucker. We didn't agree to that. Right? They said that given India is currently the G20 president, it represents the collective, right? The collective voice, right? When you get into these bilateral, global, bilateral, international organizations, yeah, it's collective. Bang! The collective voice of the G20. And thus, anything it puts out should be after consultation with the other members. Yeah, we all have to agree on this shit, motherfucker. You can't just say shit on our behalf. So India published the note on August 1st, almost 2 weeks after additional discussions around its contents. The note assumes significance as it's an official document that voices India's recommendations. So it's India's recommendations for global coordination around crypto regulation. So, and that's what it was. It was India's recommendation. Just because you're the president of the G20 now, like I showed you, it's a rotating presidency, doesn't mean you just get to speak for all of us. You know, it's like, anyways, I don't want to say it. But anyway, you just can't do that, all right? So the synthesis paper. In its presidency note, India announced that an anticipated synthesis paper, which will be jointly produced by the IMF and the Financial Stability Board, is expected by the end of August. The paper will focus on the global macro implications for crypto and is expected to include the recommendations from India's presidency note, as well as recommendations from other standard-setting bodies. Bang! India's push for an inclusion of concerns around macro financial implications and risks specific to emerging markets and developing economics, the EMDEs, is likely to be accommodated and is seen as an achievement by local officials, individuals familiar with its set. So kind of India's trying to say like, well, we're representing the emerging markets, right? And the developing economies, right? So anyways, India is hoping to celebrate its efforts in pushing for a globally acceptable framework for crypto rules during the Leaders Summit in early September, which just happened last week. And Ready Synthesis paper would exemplify that effort, the individual familiar with the matter told CoinDesk. It is even possible that Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, you know, he's an Indian nationalist, watch out for Modi, he might do all this. I'm like he's a nice Hindu guy. Yeah, well, watch out for Modi. Will tout the creation of a global crypto rules under India's presidency during his address at the G20 Leaders Summit, the same people said, seeking anonymity. So FSB deadline. An FSB paper recommending a framework for crypto assets included a de facto deadline to implement its framework for jurisdictions. The FSB, so listen to this is important. The FSB will, by end of 2025, conduct a review of the status of the implementation of these two sets of recommendations for crypto assets and stablecoins at the jurisdictional level. So you're going to assess each country's, what they're saying is they're going to conduct a review of each country's implementation of the rules. Kind of like that's what FATF does, right? Financial Action Task Force, FATF. Yeah, they look at what your country's doing, right? Even though it's a global thing, yeah, well, each country, you know, complies with it differently. Some countries smoke weed, some don't. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm trying to say? Or like here in America, right? Some states you can smoke some weed. Some states, fuck. Try to smoke a joint in Tennessee and get caught by the cops. You'll go to jail for 20 years. Smoke a joint in California, the cops who bust you will probably ask you for a hit. Yo, can I hit that dog? It's different, right? The jurisdictions are different. All right, so effectively, this means FSB members, nations, will have to bring in individual rules or legislation that implement the recommendations by end of 2025, which is what FATF did. FATF had guidelines, right? These are the guidelines. You have to be within these parameters. But some parameters, some countries did more, some did less. Like, for instance, when it came to FATF in America, we did a lot more than even FATF asked for. Whereas in Europe, they did more on some parts of it, but kind of like they skimped out on a little bit. right? They were kind of like, well, they kind of did the minimum of some things. And I can only imagine what other countries did. So does this mean India will bring its first crypto bill by then? Not necessarily, because India has taken steps to bring crypto under its overview and may deem that to be enough. So India has already brought in anti-money laundering rules, a tax structure for crypto, and other plans to include Web3 and a foot in relevant ministries, one of the people said. Right, so that anti-money laundering thing, that's the FATF compliance. In fact, let me show you. I bet you it is. Let me press that link and let's see what it is. Let's look. Just take a peek. Let's just take a peek. Let's just be curious. Right, the anti-money laundering regulations for the first time. Right. This was because of the Financial Action Task Force. I'm just going to skim through and just pull up something if anything comes up. Right? That's Financial Action Task Force. Prevention of money laundering, right? And that's why we have KYC around the world now. So money launderers and financial terrorists, not financial terrorists, but people who fund terror can't give, money to Al-Qaeda or ISIS or whatever. We'll just take a quick peek. I'm not going to read this. Anyways, that's what it's about, right? They got FATF compliant there. And so anyways, let's move on. Potential bans. One of the major questions in India is whether welcoming the FSB recommendations could mean it's legitimizing crypto and thus ruling out a ban. Of course they're ruling out a ban. They'd be stupid not to. AJ Seth, one of the senior officials. You want to be left behind? AJ Seth, one of the senior officials from the Indian Financial Ministry, speaking at the G20 media briefing, hinted that the broad approach of the G20 does not rule out any member country banning crypto within its own borders, saying any jurisdiction that wants to be more stringent based on its own circumstances should be doing so. So they're kind of saying, well, we're going to have the rules, but we should be able to, if we need to, ban it. Right? You can't make us take crypto, which I don't like that. I don't like that wording. So at the same briefing, though, Reserve Bank of India Governor Shaktikanta Das said the FSB report recognized that individual jurisdictions, individual countries, have the choice to prohibit crypto if they so desire. The RBI is not the decision maker on whether India will bring crypto legislation, even if it's perhaps the most important in framing financial legislation. Given Modi's party has a comfortable majority in parliament, the decision would lie with his office and the finance ministry. India could choose to maintain the status quo or bring legislation either way to meet the FSB's in the 2025 deadline. So even though they brought out the global structure, they're saying, well, we could still not be part of it, which is a little weird, but I guess they're just trying to show muscle. Like, we're bringing this out, but we don't have to follow the rules. Anyways, the finance ministry has not made its position public on whether it wants to ban crypto or not. But given its role in framing global crypto rules as G20 president, it is unlikely it will choose that path. So it is unlikely it will choose the path to ban. Oh, well, here it says it's unlikely it will. Sorry, guys. It's unlikely it will. What the fuck is this? It's unlikely it will choose to the path of banning crypto, despite the RBI's strong desire for a ban. So, you guys remember the Royal Bank of India way back in 2019-20, right? Remember they kept fucking around, right? And the people had to sue the central bank and be like, bitch, you're not the fucking, this isn't your jurisdiction. I'm not going to get into it now, but you brothers who've been here with me for a while, you remember all the shit we read about India. Fucking, right? And people having to sue. And, right, like here in America, it'd be like if the SEC told banks, I don't know what, something, like they told them you're not allowed to do something. Well, that's not your job. The job of who controls banks in America is the OCC, the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, right? And that's basically what happened in India. The RBI, the Royal Bank of India, that's their central bank, banned banks from taking crypto, and the bank sued the RBI saying, you're not allowed to do that. You don't control us. You just raise and lower interest rates, you fuckstick. Leave us alone. And the Supreme Court of India sided with the banks. Like, yeah, you're not allowed to tell the banks what to do. Oh, my gosh. Sometimes things are so sloppy. So during the G20 deliberations, one of RBI's, that's the Central Bank of India, written request from the FSB and the IMF was to include the word ban in forthcoming reports, including the synthesis paper, one of the people said. RBI wanted the phrase including ban. So this is what I'm talking about. Whenever you have these big meetings, right, it's the language that they use. So it says right here, India wanted to include the word ban. Like even just words matter. Well, they do matter because that's what it is in the communique. And so they wanted to include. So the RBI wanted a phrase including ban to follow the word regulation, but the standard setting authority said regulation by definition includes a range of options, including banning. So why put it in? In other words, the Indians wanted to say that, but you can ban it, and the FSB said, well, the definition, the regulatory definition includes banning already. We don't have to specifically say the word ban. It's implied, right? These are the diplomatic, high-end diplomatic talk and diplomatic speak. That's why I'm telling you, whenever you see these big meetings, G20, G7, United Nations, blah, blah, listen to the communique. The communique. That's the final statement that they give over a meeting. That's what matters. Okay, that's what matters. And they argue over language, right? Like, do you notice the G20 meeting last week? Was it G20? Yeah, the G20. The G20 meeting last week included, all right, like a lot of the G20 members wanted to say Russia's war against Ukraine. Russia said, no, you're not allowed to put that in. So they had to change the language to say, and we, instead of mentioning Russia fighting Ukraine, and we oppose all aggression between member states, right? Everyone knows who the aggressor is, Russia, but you can't just say it like that. Communiques, the language. This is the diplomatic language that our governments and all our governments, this is what matters, okay? Communiques and the diplomatic language that they use. And these things are binding, right? One of the people said, but there's no global acceptance for a ban. A ban has not been favored in any of the G20's crypto roundtables or seminars. Bang! Bang! Let me even bang it. A ban has not been favored. And that's why they had to check. That's why everyone else checked India. Look, settle down, India. You want ban language in this talk? Look, settle down. Settle down, brother. We're not putting that we're not doing that. Right? So, in fact, the overwhelming view of nations noted that the ban would be costly and ineffective. So, what you should take from that communique is that, oh, yeah, here comes the world. They're going to regulate it. They're going to unleash it. And here it comes. Woo. Sorry, the fly just landed right on my head there, little motherfucker. So the RBI, the Central Bank of India, did not immediately respond. So I want you to get that when it comes to, so that you're educated, when it comes to these big meetings, the wording, the very wording of things mean a lot. And that's why you always have to read. Don't worry about what someone says in a press conference or, one leader says this or one leader says that. Yeah, what's the final communique? What's the final communique document? That's what matters, okay? That's what fucking matters. And so basically, so what does this all mean, Shomari? I'm not getting it. I'm not fucking getting it. Yeah, well, all right. Let me break it down for you in a simple way for you to get this. India controls the presidency, rotating presidency. It's India's time. And India came out with their old rules for crypto. And everyone else told them, look, settle down. We don't agree with that, with your version of the communique. You need to consult all of us. So a consultation happened. And they consulted and it's consulted. So the wording happened. And then India said, okay, but we want the word ban put into the communique. And they all said, settle down. What did he say? Let me read it the way they said it. And they told India to settle down with that talk, ban talk. They told India, right? It says right here, RBI wanted the phrase including ban, right? They wanted the phrase including ban. But everyone else was like, look, regulation by definition includes a range of options, including banning. So why put it in? In other words, settle down. We're not putting the word ban in. We all know that that's part of it, if you want. But there's no global acceptance, right? And then the guy goes on to say, there's no global acceptance for a ban. So a ban has not been favored in any of the G20 roundtables. In fact, the overwhelming view of nations is that a ban would be costly and ineffective, right? So everyone else agrees. Let's get real. Everyone agrees crypto's here to stay. And India's trying to hedge their bets. Oh, well, we don't want to ban. And so fuck India now. Let me put it to the other side of it. Bang! 19 of the G20 nations say they don't favor that talk. Ban talk. In other words, they favor regulatory clarity. In other words, eventually, they're going to regulate it and allow it to be in their countries. All right, so you get it? You see, that's diplomatic talk. I know it's a little complicated. Like, fuck, man, that's some complicated shit. It is a little, but just, you get it, right? You get it, right? All right, I'm not going to go on anymore because I've been on this story for like 20 minutes already. All right, let's get to the shout-outs. Bang! Whoops. Where is everybody? Here. Wait, where's everybody? The fuck's going on here? Hold on one second. Bang! Airdrop a son of a bitch. Bang! 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 Got you wrong, cash. Look at him holding the chicken. Bang! Protecting the chicken. 007. Love your brother. See you, brother. Killer. Bang! Look, Victor. He's got the chicken too. Bang! Love you, Victor. Bang! See you, Victor. Bang! Universal Misanthrope. Rocking the chicken. Whoa. Settle down. What's that? Well, why'd that happen? Wait. We got to get Misanthropes. We got to get Misanthrope up in here. There we go. Bang! Universal Misanthrope. Holding down our insurgency in Central Europe. Official Grill Master. Look, I'm going to tell you something right now if you're new to this channel. You have to make it to Noah Fest. If there's one thing you do in your life, if you have one thing on a bucket list, make it to Noah Fest. Because this fucker right here, this guy, Universal Misanthrope, he's going to make us some ribs. I'm going to make him make us ribs. I'll hold him hostage. Make us some ribs, motherfucker. Probably not. He'll kill me. He's a sniper. But look, I'll kill. He's ready. He wants to already. He's the grill master. For anything, if you don't do anything in life, if you don't make anything of yourself or do anything in life, make sure you come to Noah Fest and sample some of his ribs. Yeah. Right? You know when the meat, it gets small and the bones are hanging? You know what I'm talking about. If you're a meat eater like me, I'm a meat eater. Yeah, I'll eat meat. Sometimes I'll just cook ribs and eat them. Yeah, no lettuce, no salad, no rice, no nothing. I'll just sit down and eat a whole rack. That's how much I like ribs. Right? I feel like a caveman, with my hands on, I put my hands on it. All right, anyways, though, Universal Misanthrope, holding down our insurgency in Central Europe, head of security for CB News, and look, Grill Master of Noah Fest. Bang! And look, see, he's got the chicken. Bang! Andrew Racheta, the Enforcer. All right, we're going to leave it at that. Look, don't fuck around. Andrew's going to get you. You don't want any of that. Bang! Love your brother, see you, brother. Oh, got a couple new followers. Dino Jankovic, our bank robber. Oh, yeah. Pulling jobs. Still hasn't invited me. Right? I give this motherfucker 5 years of my life. 5 years of my life. Teaching, talking, schooling. Right? He's out there robbing, bank robbering, jobbing. He doesn't even invite me. Hey, Shomari, man. I really enjoyed your videos. Look, I got a job we're going to pull on a Kenyan bank. Me and the boys are down there. You want to come by? You want in? All right, doesn't even, you want in? Fuck yeah, I want in, Dino. All right? It's a little job. Look at him, right? He's a master criminal. Yeah, he knows. He's got the security systems locked down, turns off the video cameras. No, yeah. Serious shit. Love you, dear. And he's the master of Noah Fest. He made the name. Love you, brother. See you, brother. Bang! If I be on a job, fuckstick. I'm beginning to feel insulted even. I mean, it's beginning to be insulting. Right? Fuck. All right. Deep Entertainment. So, brother. Yeah. Love you, brother. See you, brother. Bang! Agent of Soul. And then look. Okay, I don't know those people, but I know this motherfucker right here because he's the original. Look. Edwin Koval, the original mascot of CB News. Crazy Edwin. Oh, yeah. He's crazy. In a good way, though. All right. Love you, brother. See you, brother. Bang! He's a ride or die brother. That's the kind of brother you want beside you all the time. Right there. You want an Edwin beside you. Go through the storms. Fucking cryptocurrency bloodbath of 2018, daggone. Edwin was like, look, Shomari, we going in? I was like, we're going in, Edwin. He's like, let's do it. He didn't even hesitate. He's like, let's go. Accumulate? I said accumulate. He's like, all right. That's the kind of brother you want by you. You know what I mean? He don't fuck around. You give him the order, he does that shit. Let's go. So Royal Charles, love you, the sea brother. Bang! All right. And I think that's all that you... Is that all of you? Oh, Don Banks, our new brother, in our chat. Hey, welcome, Don. I hope you're enjoying our chat room. Probably not what you were thinking of, right? We're talking about weed and vacations and stuff, but also talking about kick-ass stuff. It's pretty wild, right? Like, it's good. Like I told you, just no religion, no politics. You can talk about whatever you want. Hey, you go on vacation with your girl? Show us the pictures. We want to see. Yeah. You got a big fat joint you're rolling up? Show it to us. Take a picture of it and show it. Yeah, we love that shit. All right, Don. So, welcome, Don, new member to the Cryptocurrency Blockchain News family. Love your brother, see you, brother. Bang! There's our dropper protecting the chicken again. And again. And Don. And downfall. Oh, and there's our brother holding down the insurgency in the Great White North. There's our brother. He had a birthday the other day. Look, sloppy. I love this. He says, wait. We don't have to open the whole thing, but look, Sloppy. Where is it? Sloppy says, you can refer to him as a him or an it. I love that, right? These pronouns here in America, there's this whole thing about pronouns. So he says, look, I'm a him or an it, and he's one of my miscreants. Look. Well, he's not just a miscreant. He's one of my lieutenants holding down the insurgency in the Great White North. Look, so watch out, fucksticks. Love your brother, see your brother. Bye. Oh, and he's a NAPO fella. Don't fuck around or you bonk your bitch ass. And if you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. For you Ukrainian watchers, you don't want to get bonked by him and the crew. Bang! Love your brother, see your brother. Bang! Because they'll bonk you. They'll bonk you real good. I think that's everybody. Oh, Grutchable. Love your brother, see your brother. Bang! Stay healthy. And see, he's got the chicken. Yeah. Look, if you're new to this channel, let me tell you something. Sometimes in life you get the chicken. Sometimes you only get the feathers. Well, me and my crew, we're straight chicken, homie. Radster holding down the insurgency in Eastern Europe. You have a lot of insurgencies, Shomari. Well, it's a big world. You gotta have you gotta set up insurgencies in different quadrants, different places. Radster holding down our insurgency, holding down our eastern flank. Lever with the zebra though. Bang! I'm not even going to talk about that football game. I'm not going to talk about it because I know you're probably not liking that talk. I don't want to bum you out. All right, that's everybody. Look. So let's get back to the Death Star. Bye. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the Death Star. All right, so we had a great show for you today. Look. Oh, yeah. You're welcome. All right, guys. So VeChain and so let's get to our summary. VeChain and Vyvo cross-chain integration for healthcare data and that, but they didn't exactly say what. Like, we want to give people control of their healthcare data. Well, how? What? Like, what are you talking about? Because it also said to monetize the healthcare data. Like, what are you saying? I don't understand. Like, you're saying I can sell that I have allergies to some company or something? Like, it's very cryptic. That was a very generalized article we read right there, right? It didn't get into the specifics. I get it. I mean, people want to hide things. They don't want to let their competitors know what's what. And some guy go, oh, we could do that too, and jump in. So I get it, but I mean, just a little flavor on what you're thinking of, you know what I mean? Like, right? Because it kind of left us just, I don't know, maybe not you, maybe, but I just feel like, all right, well, Vyvo and VeChain are partnering, but like, what exactly are you going to do? Like, that's what I like, the details, right? You want to know the details. All right, but anyway, though, but we all know about VeChain here on this channel. And VeChain are going to be fucking around with some losers. And so this is going to work out probably. And so, look, VeChain and Vyvo holders. Bang! Bang! Yes. Accumulate. Okay, and then ARK Invest 21Shares Ethereum Futures ETF. So, they've applied for Futures ETF. Right? We need all the ETFs. So, even though this doesn't affect us kind of financially in terms of this will drive up prices on Ethereum. It just gets it out there. More investment vehicles, the better. And, it just adds legitimization to the space. It shows a professionalization of the space. The cryptocurrency blockchain news, not blockchain news, sorry, just the cryptocurrency space, not blockchain news. Space. And so it's great. It's great. Like I've always said, I mean, I don't understand why, because we already have a few Bitcoin futures contracts ones in America. And, and the SEC always says, yeah, well, we're not going to allow a spot market ETF because it's prone to manipulation. And remember the spot market guys? Remember like 4 years ago, remember the spot market guy said, well, we're going to use the price from this and this and this and this and this and aggregate it, and that'll be our spot market price. So you'd have to manipulate all 5 exchanges to fuck with the price, right? And the SEC still said no. Yeah, well, but why'd you let a futures contract one go? Because we could also fuck with the price with there, and that would affect the price of the futures contract. So that's not a legitimate excuse. Honestly, I'm just going to tell you right now, that's a bunch of malarkey. That's a bunch of bullshit. But anyway, so that's just, I don't want to complain about the SEC right now. Because I'll tell you right now, in Europe, bang, we're going to get spot and Ethereum and futures contracts over there. In China, well, they have different investment vehicles. They don't have kind of like ours, but China's opening up, and so bang. So we'll see if this works out. That's all we can do. Just wait and see. And then this is the chicken, though. This is the chicken of the show. Right? Those were just wings. Now I'm going to give you some breast meat. G20 set to crystallize crypto rules. Bang! Bang! Yes. Right? And you see how it was. India tried to like, we just want, and they were like, yo, dog, you're not speaking for us. We want regs, right? We're not adding that language ban. Remember, they said, we'll put the language ban in the communique. Remember, I taught you a communique. Remember this, any big meeting, whether it's between two different presidents or a whole bunch of people like G7, what matters is what is the communique? And actually the final, it's the final statement of what happened in that meeting. That's what you need. And so in the final communique, India wanted to include the word ban, and the other 19 were like, settle down, dog. Settle down. Because we're not banning fuck all. In fact, all right, I'm not going to do that right now, but, right, they said fuck all that. And so India was like, all right. And that's what we need. Like I told you, like Fat F, right? Fat F is global. Everybody, even Uncle Sam, right? President, America, right? Even even America is Fat F compliant. Even the European Union is Fat F compliant. Even China, India, Iran, Venezuela, fucking even the Russians. Russians might be some brutalizing war criminals, but they're Fat F compliant. Yeah, when it comes to the money, look, dog, don't fuck with the money. We're Fat F compliant. We'll kill some innocent women and children, but trust me, we'll be Fat F compliant. We'll be Fat F compliant. And so that's the level, and that's the kind of level we want. I mean, that would be the ultimate, just a global standard. And then everyone can jump in or out as they want, right? Up to the standard, obviously, right? Because, what this market needs, what this crypto space needs is what's called a regulatory clarity. Regulatory clarity. We can't get the money until there's regulatory clarity. Shomari, man, when's the money coming? When we have regulatory clarity. What the fuck does that even mean? It means this, dickhead. If I'm a hedge fund master, well, I have to know how much capital on hand do I need? What are my tax implications, depending on the jurisdiction I'm doing stuff in? Just what am I allowed to... Okay. What are the jurisdictional thing? What am I allowed to even just do with this shit? Right? If I'm a hedge fund master and I've got a trading desk, well, some of my trading desk guys are futures guys. Some of them are options market guys. Well, what are the implications for each? How much taxes do I pay? How much leverage am I allowed to have? Like all of that shit. And so that's why regulatory clarity is the most important thing, because once they have that, okay, right? Like, okay, fine. They got the lawyers tell them, all right, we're allowed to do this, this, this. We think this will make this money. All right, let's do it. All right, but without that information of, well, what am I taxed at? What a capitalization? Who am I allowed to offer this to even? I mean, stuff like that. Is vital to grow this market, to make this market, well, let me put it a different way, so that a tsunami, because there's a tsunami of money waiting to come in. Those guys want in. BlackRock wants in. They applied for an ETF, didn't they, fuck sticks? They want in. Fidelity wants in. Soros, sniffing around, wants in. And then every other miscreant. So they want in, but they're not allowed. Right? They're not allowed. I've said it a million times. I know I'm probably boring you, and probably some of you are going to fast forward this part, but they're not allowed to put their clients' money into this space until they have all those criteria. Well, even, let's put it this way, even reporting standards, right? What do I have to report that was made for our firm and for our clients? Like everything, all the little details need to be ironed out. And so, that's why we're so happy that the European Union and China, well, they gave all their little details. The European Union, it's called the MiCA regs, MiCA, Markets in Crypto Assets Regulation. That's tells everything. This is what you need to do. This is how much capital. This is what. This is the tax. This is that. China came out with their regs. Now, they didn't tell us what they're about, but if Xi Jinping says it's good, it's good. Trust me, he's the dictator, so that's all you got to care about. I'm sure they do have regs, but they don't report their stuff like how in the Western countries, we're what's called transparent. So we tell everybody. China, they know. But at the point being, though, is Xi Jinping said, all good, Hong Kong's on board. And so, and then let's get back to this G20 thing. And so that's what we'd like. I mean, the best thing ever would be a global crypto regulatory standard. Global. Everyone knows the game. And now you in or you're not, Are you in or you out? Fuck it. Right? Like Fat F. Obviously, everybody's in, except North Korea and that African country. But everyone else like, yeah, I'm in, dog. I'm in. So I'm them in, right? So, and that's what we want. We want a global crypto standard. So everyone's like, all right, we're in. Fuck, we'll do it, right? And that'll bring us the liquidity and the money and the investment vehicles and bang, the Moscow money we want and need. So, everybody, on that note, look, let's chill it and kill it. Bang! Let's get you back to your wives and lives. Look, subscribe below and press the bell. You will get an automatic notification when I do the show. The greatest show on earth. The greatest show in the multiverse. Bang! My name is Shomari Clarke and I love talking money. Bang! And I love talking crypto. Bang! This is the favorite time of my day. So thank you for having me in your home. And I will see you next time for another fun fact-filled day of crypto talk. Please press the thumbs up so the algorithm gives this channel a little juice. I told you we're gonna juice it up. We're gonna get this thing going. We gotta sell out to the man. But sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. So watch that video there, subscribe there. Watch that video there, and I'll see you all next time for another fun fact-filled day of crypto talk. Until then, my name is Shomari Clarke. Always watching our money, and most importantly for you, you're lucky. I'm always on duty. Bang! I love you guys. See y'all next time. Yes. Over and out.